Let's talk.
Nerd! Back, guys, to Let's Talk Nerds Weekly Not So Weekly podcast. We're joined once again by your host, your favoriteest person ever, Special Hornet, Alley Cat, the healer with a dream, and Reno. He likes zombies games. Look at that, we're back. Quick weekly update. Alley Cat and I have began our playthrough of Kingdom 2 Crowns. It's going really well. If you guys want to come join us, we would love to have you there. My dog got kidnapped. I will save it. Yeah.
Your dog got kidnapped.
Yeah, I got a dog
Should
and
have
then
been there.
yeah. Watch the video.
Kingdom Crowned.
Well,
I will. I want to see what this game is all about.
yeah, it was funny. We got raided. We went back to another island. We were like, nah, that'll be fine. And we got raided, and it was like a horde. That was, yeah, I think we almost lost, not gonna lie. But
So is it like another Minecraft type of game, or is it a survival type of game?
It's nothing like Minecraft. It's like a base builder.
Oh, okay.
And it's like it's a 2D pixel game. It's actually very beautiful though. Like they did a really good job. But
I could throw some content in of us playing.
yeah, and you're just running around on these like steeds collecting gold and giving it to like peasants so they'll work for you and then they'll build stuff for you and hunt for you, and yeah, it's a whole thing.
Okay.
And you're fighting these guys called the Greed, and they're trying to steal your crown.
So you're playing on Steam, or are you playing on Xbox?
It's a Steam
The
game.
Xbox app? Is this Steam?
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Lower your camera a little. There.
Yeah.
That's better.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
okay, now your camera is just, you gotta fix the OBS now.
No, I
fix your
don't.
camera up a little bit.
How's that? You gotta remember
It's
how I
better,
look.
But you're so zoomed in.
What? Are you zoomed in on yours? You're the.
On
His is
OBS.
the one that's streaming.
On OBS, it's true.
On OBS, I'm like, people, yeah, but people can see my glorious face now, though.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
No, well, hold on, let me bring up Discord. What do I look like on Discord? I look fine on Discord. I'm just
But look
chilling.
at the stream.
Yeah, you can't see the top of my head. Right here, let me see what the stream looks like. If I argue some more.
I said, so is it, how many players can you play with?
It's a 2-player co-op game.
Oh, okay.
That's
So
why.
you can't join us.
Oh, okay, I thought it was like a whole where you could invite a bunch of people.
No, it's fine.
So I'll check, I'll look at your guys' stream to look at that.
Yeah, I mean, you could always, me and you could always play it later on. Like, if we feel like having fun with it outside of stream, or you can maybe do the samurai version of it with me, since, you know.
I love samurais.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at with that. I mean, Alley and Hornets throwback, not even throwback Thursdays. Wacky Thursdays.
I think it's gonna be more indie based.
Probably more indie based, but definitely just gonna be more of like the co-op based games whenever we feel like playing. Reno does have all the World War Z DLCs now, so you can catch him on Wednesdays where he'll be playing his horde shooters. Allie and I will usually join him, but we don't have the DLC, so
We're gonna play through the first levels again. I have to find documents anyway,
yeah.
which is a new thing on World War Z. Well, it's old, but new to us.
You just want to claim more. And then yeah, again, Minecraft Mondays have been going well. Tune in this Monday. We'll be entering the Nether. For the first time. And yeah,
It's probably gonna die.
probably. You should probably put gold armor on, because otherwise the pigs might attack us. Actually, no, they don't. Right? Yeah,
There's
they'll.
2 types of pigs now.
There's 2 types of them now. Interesting.
One just hates you, and one.
Hates you when
Yeah.
you steal gold.
You can trade.
I miss the zombie thing.
Well, they're still there, but there's the other version of the goblin, whatever they're called.
Yeah. Well, I know, but I'm just saying, like, the ones that, like, so are the ones that are there now, are they like how they used to be where they don't attack you unless you hit them?
Yeah, and then the other ones, you have to wear gold.
Yeah. That they're little greedy old bastards. You'll see, Brito. You'll see. But alrighty, let's get into today's discussion. We all watched X-Men 97. This should be true and dear to Reno. X-Men are like his favorite characters.
No.
And the 90s was his era. That was his prime. So that being said, Reno, start us off. What do you think of the X-Men 97?
I really enjoyed it. It is supposed to be a continuation of the old X-Men, which was the series wrapped up in 97 with a cliffhanger. So it was nice to see it actually come out again. So the original came out from 1992 and it finished in 1997. I think they did really good. The animation was really good.
You think they did a good job of making it look clean but also feel old?
Yeah, they did a good job with that. Morph, they kind of changed how his character looked, but I mean, it wasn't bad because he's a morpher. So with him just kind of being pale and no nose, it didn't really like discourage me from the character. And they showed how he actually looked in the old one later on in the episodes too, because he like died in the first episode in the original one.
Yeah.
But he comes back because Mr. Sinister. That's why he was really scared when Mr. Sinister was in this one, because Mr. Sinister kidnapped him and tested on him, made him evil and stuff, and they showed how bad how it just affected him a lot. So I kind of liked his character. There's a lot of Easter eggs in this one, so it was nice. And
Did you notice any Easter eggs?
I noticed a lot of them morphed into a whole bunch of different heroes.
Yeah.
And they're usually not in the X-Men kind of universe type of stuff. If you watch the old one, you don't see Hulk. You don't see a lot of these characters that he morphed into.
Yeah. Well, I think this is because the X-Men original show was linked to the original Fantastic Four show. And I think that's and the Spider-Man, 90s Spider-Man show. I think that's about it.
So it was nice to see that. And there was another Easter egg too, where Cyclops throws Cable his suit, and Cable looks at it and he's all, "What did you think? It's going to be black leather?" Referencing the X-Men's first movie where they're all wearing black leather.
That's funny.
So I thought that was pretty funny. They had a lot of stuff from the comics, which was nice. I mean, they made it their own, but it was still nice, like when Storm loses her power, and I think the other one was Magneto's trial, because they had that in the comic and stuff. So
yeah.
I mean, in a whole, it was really, good. A good season for me. I mean, I can't wait to see the next one, since they kind of hinted on Apocalypse and things like that. It was a little bit darker than the old one.
Well, it's definitely a lot more adultish, for sure.
Yes, I guess, because the old one was on Fox Network, and that was like a Saturday morning cartoon thing.
Yeah.
So, Gambit dying was kind of like, man.
Yeah, that hurt me a lot. I love Gambit.
Yeah.
And
but it did put in a lot for the storyline.
Yeah, but I mean, since the X-Men are, when they are gonna start the new season in the past, they could get Gambit back.
Yeah.
So
and it says
that's
right,
a lot of these.
It says right here they're going to have a second and third season to 97. So.
Oh, good. So, the only thing is, like, since it was only 10 episodes, it did feel a little rushed to me.
Uh-huh.
Like, if you don't know the X-Men, it didn't like hit on every character. You know, it's because sometimes, you know, like I mean, everybody knows that Gambit and Rogue they have a kind of relationship where they love each other, but they can't touch really.
Yeah.
But if you don't know these characters, it doesn't really,
Work.
you know, hit on them that much. But a lot of people know the X-Men. And like the bad guys, it couldn't really do a deep dive in it because it was kind of, you know, rushed into that. So if you didn't watch the old ones, you didn't know that, okay, well, that's the guy who made the Sentinels. I mean,
Yeah.
stuff like, things like that. So,
Well, it's just funny because, what's it called? Something that made me laugh watching this was Cyclops, because if you're someone who's generally only ever watched like live action movies, all you've ever seen is Cyclops be lame.
yeah.
So you get that, you actually got to see Cyclops do like cool shit now, and that
Well,
was fun.
yeah, they really showed his optic blast being more than just a
Laser beam.
gun type thing, like a laser beam. Yeah, I mean, he was blocking with it. He did that one thing where he shot the floor to push himself back. Yeah, so that was interesting. They really stepped it up in the action and the fighting thing. I mean, even when Gambit powered up Wolverine's claws, that was awesome to me. I mean, it showed that Gambit's powers just more than him powering up playing cards and throwing them or powering up different stuff, because I mean, he blew up that whole Sentinel,
Yeah.
you know, just by, you know, him touching it. So, but yeah, I was very satisfied. I can't wait till the next one comes.
Yeah, I don't know, it was just overall, how do you guys feel about like Storm's story?
I didn't think they would do that, but I also don't read the comics, so that's not something I would expect, I guess.
That is from a comic book where Storm loses her power in Uncanny X-Men number 185 in 1984. But she didn't save Magneto, she saved Rogue. So, but it was almost the same thing besides that. I mean, Forge was the one who forged those kind of weapons, and they took his stuff, but, you know, they did take it from one of the comics. And I think with that, it just because a lot of the stuff with the mutants is there's some mutants who hate their powers, they want to be human, and even Storm said in the show that, you know, what would it be like if I was human? But then when she lost her powers and she couldn't hear the wind or the storm and stuff, she kind of broke down. I mean, because that's not her, you know, so she had to invent herself. So
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, that's like losing your whole, like, it's like when you dedicate your whole life to a job for 20 years and then you get fired.
yeah.
You're just like,
Well, I mean, that's why she left too. I mean, she left the X-Men because she just didn't feel like she belonged there anymore. What would she do? She couldn't do really anything.
yeah. But it also comes to the point of, like, because when it comes to, like, and again, that comes with the journey, right? Because, I mean, the whole idea of having powers isn't what's supposed to, like, make you special, though, in the X-Men. Like, you know, like, they're supposed to say, oh, well, I have these abilities, but I'm still human. So I feel like that's kind of a little misrepresentation of how mutants are supposed to be. Because then by that, then, if they lose their powers, then they're just no one.
Well, I think it's more of like learning and accepting your powers. That's what the school is really, to me. That was when I watched it, and read the comics and stuff. That's what I always think when I think, okay, well, these mutants, and nobody likes them because, you know, they have powers, so they think they're dangerous, and a lot of them don't know how to control their powers, or they're hiding it because they're scared of what people will think. So in the school, I don't think it's more of accepting your powers and learning how to use them than, okay, well, I'm just gonna hide them, because it's not about hiding your powers, it's about learning how to use them better.
Yeah, but I don't know. It just seems like without the powers, they're just like, oh, I'm a no one now, and it's like, well, you can still be helpful. There's plenty of people, especially in the Marvel universe, who don't have powers.
Yeah.
And are still
I mean, there's a
heroes.
lot of, yes,
A lot of
sidekick.
people- I don't know if you're comparing it to just Storm losing her powers because she, did so much as Storm, so that's what people know her as. But I think Reno was talking about the different side of things where they know that they're still human, but people won't accept them even though they're a different type of human that they are. I think those are two different sides of
Yeah.
being discussed.
Yeah, and then that's why I think that's why they introduced, I forgot what that kid was named now. The one that has the cosmic powers. Do you remember?
Armory.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that Jubilee, that was basically, getting harassed in the beginning, and they saved him, and then he left. And
Yeah.
his family was both,
The rich
like,
people.
yeah, like politicians, and he was a mutant. So,
Yeah.
and that's why he wanted to hide it from his families, because they're politicians and stuff. So,
But yeah, I mean the aspect of these different characters. What do you guys think about seeing Black Panther?
was that actually supposed to be Black Panther, or was that supposed to be his father? I didn't really.
So that's his father, T'Chaka, not T'Challa, because remember Disney. This is when that whole this is the show where that controversy started, where they said they won't allow anyone else to voice act T'Challa ever again.
Yeah.
So.
I didn't realize.
Yeah, I don't know, I just realized because I guess a lot of people also realized it because they had already in the 90s, T'Challa was mentioned in Fantastic Four, which is supposed to be before the events of this. So they pretty much retconned that whole thing just to do that.
Just to do.
Yeah, just to keep that. Yeah. So.
Well, I mean, I know Disney is trying to, keep that for that actor that played him, which is bad because I don't remember his name. And he really did play a good Black Panther, but they're kind of minimizing themselves of.
Well, they're minimizing.
There might be another person who could play Black Panther really good, or I mean, voice actors. You're gonna really take them out of all the cartoons and stuff. So, I mean,
Yeah, so I
They're
don't know.
limiting themselves, even if like.
yeah. I mean, I know that fans are.
happen.
They want to immortalize him and stuff like that. There's a lot of fans that are out there, but
Yeah, but
you'll never
he
see Black
is-
Panther in the movie again.
Well, I mean, not that version at least.
Yeah, not that version of him.
And well, it's funny though because he's already immortalized. He's the first live-action Black Panther. You'll
Yeah.
always have that.
Yep.
But, yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens with all that. But no, I feel like I'm excited. For like this show to continue on. It's funny though because I realized this recently, but you guys are gonna have more stuff to watch. There's a new Spider-Man.
Stuff coming up.
There's a new Spider-Man series.
Yeah, I saw that.
Has 2 episodes out right now, so we gotta watch that and have it ready by next week. But yeah, it's also like 90s stylish cartoon by looks of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm interested. I am very happy with a lot of the Marvel / DC shows right now. Very happy.
Yeah, they've been popping up.
Yeah. What do you think, Reno? You like them? You happy with them?
The animated stuff. I mean, I like the X-Men animated stuff. I really haven't watched any of the because I haven't watched Echo, and that's supposed to be with Daredevil Reborn is supposed to come out, and Echo was one of them. A lot of the other Disney stuff, like the live action stuff, I really didn't like She-Hulk. Hawkeye, I really didn't like that one either. It was
I think I
okay.
watched, like, 2 episodes and I was like,
Of what? Hawkeye?
Hawkeye.
I was bored.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was a retirement story for him, and you know. So, and on the top of my head, I can't really think of anything else. Oh, the Bucky and Captain America one. That one was all right. I mean, I enjoyed seeing evil Captain America.
I still would wish that Falcon just stayed as Falcon.
Well, I mean, this new movie's coming out with him as Captain America. So
Well,
we'll
I
see
mean,
how
he
that
still
goes.
he still has the Falcon suit and everything though too. So,
Yeah.
but what I said,
So-
we'll see what they do or how that goes. I mean, we'll see how they portray Red Hulk. I'm sure it'll be an interesting story.
Well, I mean, that's the big one right now for them. I think is that one movie because that kicks everything off.
Well, that's starting the year off right there. Because what was the last live-action movie they did? Yeah, pull that up. I'm trying to think. What was the last live-action movie that was? I know it's been a little while now. Especially because I think a lot of movies have been getting delayed. Having fun there.
Oh well, Deadpool and Wolverine wasn't it?
Okay, yeah, but wasn't that like what in the summer? Or when was that?
2024.
Oh yeah, but what month did it?
July 26, 2024.
Yeah, so I mean, there's that. Well, I mean, that's all the way last summer, and that, I mean, technically it's Marvel, but had nothing to really do with the main Marvel.
Yeah, with the main
I think
thing.
it was just a shit and giggles. It was nothing like. You know,
Yeah.
substantial.
Yeah, but I mean, this
Some
year,
parts are funny, but I wouldn't watch it again.
this year you have Captain America: Brave New World. That's in February 14th, 2025. You have Thunderbolts May 2nd. You have the Fantastic Four First Steps July 25th, 2025. And after that, we don't have anything until Avengers Doomsday, which is May 1st, 2026.
Is Fantastic Four new actors this time?
Yeah, they're redoing it again.
Because me and Tyler watched it like a couple nights ago.
Which one?
Like the most recent one.
Oh,
And we were
we're
like,
sorry. No,
the first half was better than when they had their powers.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It says also that Black Panther 3 likely be released before Doomsday. And X-Men, a live-action film franchise, may be rebooted in one of the upcoming titles. But oh, and there's supposed to be a freaking Blade movie being made, but who knows where the fuck that's at?
Oh yeah. Yeah, so that was Deadpool was the last one. So it was Guardian Galaxy Volume 3, which was that was an enjoyable movie. I like that one.
I feel like that's been so
Then it
long
was-
ago, though, since that.
Yeah, then it was The Marvels,
Yeah.
which was and then Deadpool and Wolverine. So the only one I think that kind of like is with the Avengers thing was Guardian of the Galaxies, but I don't really think they're gonna have really anything to do with them this year at all.
Well, I think Guardians of the Galaxy, I mean, they're there, but I think their story, for the most part, is ended.
Yeah, it's kind of done.
I mean, Star-Lord's gone. Gamora's off being a freaking pirate. Who's left in the actual team now? It's just Rocket, Groot. They have Adam Warlock in there now.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think who else, but
The machine girl, Gamora's sister. I forgot her name.
is she in there? I thought she stayed with Drax to take care of the colony or something like that.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, and then
Yeah, I
Mantis,
don't
I think, went off. I don't know. They pretty much split up the group. It was like a boy band ending. But no, I'm interested to see what happens up now. I mean, have what's it called? I mean, I'm very excited to see what happens with Captain America versus Red Hulk and all that, and then see what happens with the Thunderbolts, because those are very I mean, so far I'm not impressed with those versions of the characters, but I guess we'll see. I think the only thing was
impressive.
just seeing them actually. I mean, the way they're portraying the Red Guardian is just he just looks lame, he's overweight and.
Oh, Red Guardian, he's a comedic character. Even in What If, he was.
Yeah, but at least in What If, he looked fit.
Yeah.
Like, he's supposed to be a super soldier still.
Yeah, well, I mean, they might do a Thor type thing with him then.
And then U.S. Agent.
I don't know.
I mean, U.S. Agent's a pretty badass character. I mean, he did okay in, what's it called? I have a brain fart. The
Bucky and
Winter Soldier
Falcon.
and Captain America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't mind him. I mean, when he killed that dude with the shield, I was just like, damn.
Yeah. And then, I mean, the other character again. I'm not interested in the Black Widow character. I mean, that Black Widow movie sucked. I don't even know off the top of my head who else was on the Thunderbolt. As long as they, because that's been another problem too, and Thor had that problem, and I think Guardians of the Galaxy started to have that problem.
Well, I think Ghost is gonna be in it too. That was the bad guy in Ant-Man.
Ant-Man 2.
Or she, yeah, I think so. Yeah, Ant-Man 2, because Ant-Man 3 is when he goes to the miniverse or whatever that is.
Is it? I thought. Wait, how many Ant-Man movies are there?
I thought there was 3.
I thought there was only 2.
Because
Ant-Man 2015, Captain America Civil War, that don't count. Ant-Man and the Wasp was 2018, Avengers Endgame, and Ant-Man and the Wasp oh, okay, so yeah, it was the second one.
Yeah, and then Ant-Man and the Wasp and the Quantum. So
That's when because that's when he fought Kang, the wannabe conqueror.
yeah. And then there's multiple Kangs, so.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's not even the big bad guy anymore, so.
Yeah, it's all about Doom. Yeah, they scrapped that whole thing. What's up, Allie?
So, are we gonna talk about the live action episodes?
We will. But first, Marvel Rivals. So apparently they've leaked the X-Men that are going to be coming are going to be Gambit,
Rogue.
What's the guy that teleports?
The monkey guy?
Yeah, well, kind of monkey. Oh yeah, Beast.
Nightcrawler.
Yeah, Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler, Beast. And I forget what there was a fifth one they revealed, I think.
Well, I know Professor X is going to be in it, right?
No, oh no, I think Jean Grey? Yeah, I think Jean Grey.
Jean Grey.
And Cyclops. Yeah.
And Cyclops, right?
So a lot of X-Men.
I mean, they have a lot of options, heroes to pick.
I'm just interested to see. The only thing that kind of scares me with the selections they're doing, it seems like a lot of DPS characters. We already have a lot of DPS. What?
Yeah. We should see what did they say they're all gonna be DPS or?
Well, they haven't really. They're all leaks, so nothing's been confirmed nor like denied. It's just they found them in the files already. So, but it's just like, which one of those characters would be a tank?
Rogue.
Yeah.
No, Rogue. But Rogue was. They found stuff about Rogue being a support character though.
Oh, okay. I think Nightcrawler could be a support.
Well, no, because Nightcrawler would probably be more of a teleporting DPS character.
Because he could also because in the shows, as you saw, is he could teleport people out of the thing and probably do a healing thing like that.
Yeah. But I'm saying, yeah, I mean, the potential for support. I'm just wondering, because there seems to be a lot of characters beside, but Besides the thing that we're getting here in a little bit, I don't know what other tanks we're getting. We need more tanks.
Was Colossus leaked, or they didn't say anything about Colossus?
One second, guys. You talk.
I don't know. Because I mean, I see things leaked and I try to look it up and I can't find anything. I just kind of like snapshots of the people that posted it said that it was leaked. But I don't know who could be tanks besides like the stereotypical beast characters, you know, like Venom and Captain America. Like I don't know who else.
Well, I guess they can make Beast a tank, I guess, because I mean he is just like a beast. I mean, the only other thing he has is he's really, really smart. So, because he's a scientist, so I
wonder what his ult would be.
I don't know.
Yeah, Beast definitely could be a tank. Because he just is bigger, so he would fit in the stereotypical, you know.
So,
you don't want another Spider-Man, you know.
Well, I mean, he doesn't really. I mean, I guess he jumps on walls and things like that, but
minigun or something. Like
he doesn't use guns. You can't give a character guns if he never has guns.
Well, you never know. What would he have, like he's a brawler, isn't he?
Yeah, he's just a brawler. I mean, that's why he's smart. I mean, he usually builds all the stuff and things like that in the team, so you know, or if something's going on, he knows the scientific, you know, testing and all that other stuff to do.
I wonder if he could have like 4 different types of syringes he can like inject himself with. You know what I mean? Like health, shield, whatever. He can only use 2 at a time.
Yeah, I don't know. That might be a little off for his character, though. Well, I guess he did inject himself with stuff in, but that was so he wouldn't look like Beast anymore in X-Men First Class.
Yeah.
Because he was trying to suppress his mutant side because he wanted to look human. Because he's just a big blue beast-looking like thing. I think he's supposed to be like a cat, but I'm not sure.
He's a cat and a monkey mixed together.
Yeah, he's just like a huge cat.
Does he look like Sammy?
We'll paint Sammy blue.
Paint Sammy blue? How?
So he could look like Beast.
Make her Beast.
He could look like Beast.
Oh, I can see it.
Go get your cat, you know?
Yeah. No, I don't know where they are.
Oh, wow, that Binks is nearby.
Yeah, our cats are very similar, except yours is darker and mine's fluffy. And yours has a dot on his face.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's his half Hitler stuff.
No, that's his mole. He's a mole.
He does have a mole. You're a mole. So what I missed? Sorry, the realtor called.
We were talking about how Beast would be a tank, like what his abilities would be.
Yeah, I can see Beast. I would hope that. Yeah, that's weird. I just don't want them to fall into the same problem of not giving enough tanks and healers and just loading the roster up with DPS, because it's already so bloated in the DPS. If you only have 6 tanks, and because I will tell you right now, like, I really wouldn't mind playing healer every single game if I had more options of healing. Because I really do not. Adam, like, I love playing.
Or even having some like support roles that DPS as well.
Well, maybe you don't want to make support too OP, because like that's been a problem right now.
Smaller amounts of healing, which is fine, but then make it DPS and you could run 3 step.
Well, that or I mean that'd be an option, or even like a character does anti-healing. This has a lot to do with supports that they could do, but again, there's only 6 of them. You know how fast how fast you can get burnt out on 6 characters? Oh, let me look right at the camera. Do you? Just kidding. Like you can get like right, and then look at the characters they have. I mean, you have Luna, Snow, and Mantis, which pretty much have the same exact ult.
But Luna's is better.
Debatable, but yeah.
Well, it's longer. I mean,
Yeah, it lasts 4 seconds longer, but Mantis does give you shields and stuff, and she can attack while doing it. So.
Yeah, I don't know. It just.
But I mean, the same concept
ult
is you
just doesn't seem as good.
But the concept's still there. You just ult and you run around and keep people alive. That's what you do on both characters when you ult. And the heals are very similar. And I mean, again, you have Rocket Raccoon, which is cool, but I mean, Jeff the Shark, like, all these characters are cool, but if you only have 6 of them compared to, like, what, 18 of the DPS characters? Oh, Reno, you there?
Yeah.
Oh, your camera's frozen.
Oh, yeah, it froze on this one too.
That's funny.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you. It's weird. I'm waiting for hours. But yeah, I mean, and the same thing with tanks. I mean, you only have 6 options for tank. And if you're stuck playing those roles all the time... Oh! Okay, I was like, oh, now I'm in your square. Oh, now I'm back on my square.
Oh, Reno's trying to reconnect.
Well, his camera froze. But yeah, I don't know. 'Cause like I said, there's a lot more DPS, and I can see why people would want to play DPS over, you know, the basic characters.
Yeah, I mean that you run into that all the time, like quick play. Like you can, unless you're trying a tank out, you just kind of like, well, it's for fun because you don't have a full like actual team.
Well, even if you only like half the roster, right? Not even half. Say you like a quarter. You like a quarter of the roster, right? That means in DPS you have. I mean, okay, let's get down. Let me look this up real quick. Ah, very nice. Very nice.
Okay, that was weird.
Very weird.
Well, should be always doing this now. Well, it shouldn't be that weird.
It should have at least the same amount of healers and.
So they have
DPS.
35 Marvel rival characters right now. I think with Invisible Woman is 7 now, I believe, right? Because you have Mantis, Luna Snow, Jeff, Rocket Raccoon. I'm trying to see if I can remember this off the top of my head. Adam Warlock. Loki. And an Invisible Woman. So there's 35. So you take, you know, minus that, that's 28, minus another 6. So there's 22. You have 22 Marvel or DPS characters to choose from. Now, if you say you only like a quarter of them, that still gives you what, almost 8 characters to still form you like to play in DPS. Where if you only like a quarter of the tank, or a quarter, that's only 2 characters to play. Because obviously you're not going to like or vibe with every single character, right? Like, you have to have no options, really, besides like a few characters. And if you're stuck playing those roles, or maybe you just like playing tank, and you just don't get to play tank because, or you know, there's no options, or you're just bored because you played the same tank over and over and over and over and over and over. Even though I don't think Reno's got bored of Hulk yet, but
Wow, I just like that gameplay.
like, you just like turning into Hulk and grabbing Jeff the Land Shark.
I can't even catch anybody to. I usually, when I grab people, it's usually the tanks because they're the slowest. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But Anyway, I mean, I don't know. The game's looking good though, so I'm sure they know what they're doing. I'm just saying what I want for the future.
I mean, what characters could be tanks?
What characters could be tanks?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Juggernaut, Colossus,
yeah, Juggernaut, the Blob.
Big Bertha.
Mm. They could have a whole bunch of different Hulks on there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how they would do it differently, but Red Hulk, She-Hulk,
They
Apalm.
probably would just do skin.
I mean, not for She-Hulk and Red Hulk. There are versions of Red
Well,
Hulk that
they're-
use guns and stuff. So
I mean, their powers are different though. I mean,
Hulk Buster, if they ever want to do like a, hey, this is Iron Man, but it's tank Iron Man, you know, because he's in the Hulk Buster suit.
Imagine his ult was flying up an old thing like Iron Man. People
That'd be
trying
funny.
to kill him before he does it.
Right. Can I help you, cat? Stop trying to turn the AC on. Brain fart. Next character. I mean, technically, I don't know what they. Now, Silver Samurai would definitely be a DPS. I mean, we have the Thing coming. He'll definitely be a tank.
The Ant-Man.
Ant-Man, I mean, could maybe. Could maybe be. I don't know how that would work besides an ult that makes him really big.
yeah.
Imagine an ant stampede.
And Stampede. That'd be funny. But
War Machine.
man, War Machine could be a tank. I'm trying to think of like other Drax could be a tank.
Yeah. They have Thanos.
Thanos, that'd be funny. Doom, if he ever comes, they maybe make him a tank. He's beefy boy. Beta Ray Bill.
Yeah, you can be tank.
But yeah, probably. I wonder if they would just do it as a Thor skin.
Yeah, I mean maybe.
Sandman.
He doesn't. His powers really aren't any much different than Thor.
Sandman,
I
Rhino,
wonder how they would texture him.
Oh, Hercules.
Hercules.
What is that? The forest guy? The Thing? Or is he?
Man
Is that
Thing.
decent? Yeah, Man Thing.
I don't know what they'll do with Dracula. Dracula could be a tank because he's supposed to be coming too.
Scoot over just a little bit, Spencer.
But no, I don't know. Anyway, so like I said, I'm interested to see what the outcome of more Rivals is as time goes on. And I'm very interested in the TV shows. I'm interested to see how
Are they gonna have a TV show?
Well, no, I'm just saying like Marvel TV shows in general.
Oh, okay.
But I think that's it for this week, though, right? We don't. Oh yeah, no, never mind. We want to talk about the live action shows. Allie's take on live action Marvel shows. Go.
Gosh. The only one that I've watched all the way through is Cloak and Dagger, Loki, and Moon Knight. Those are like the only ones I can keep my attention span on.
What do you like so much about Cloak and Dagger?
Huh?
What do you like so much about Cloak and Dagger?
I think I was just more intrigued on the emotional effects of it. Because Cloak, his brother got shot by a police officer, and there was a whole cover up with that, and so that has its own storyline. And then Dagger, her dad got blown up by the rig, which caused a whole a breakout, and it actually turned people into zombies. And towards the end of the show, they had covered it up so much that they're able to do it throughout the city, and it blew up again and turned people into zombies, kind of like ragers. And was destroying the city, and so they had to like finally come together and like work together to stop. And then the second season was alright. I kind of just put it in the background, but after I watched like little bits of Punisher and like Iron Fist and Luke Cage and Jessica Jones, I was like, I want like actual powers, not just like combat and fighting. I was
Iron
kinda
Fist
like,
has power.
You know, Jessica
Yeah.
Jones is super strong. But you
Yeah,
didn't want
but,
it, so you don't want super strong powers and just guns and stuff. You wanted
Cosmic
the,
power.
the mystical part of it.
So what was wrong with Moon? What do you like about Moon Knight then?
it was funny.
It
They
is
kept
funny.
the show running by the jokes, the commentary, like the episodes flowed together really well, and it wasn't like trying to figure out what's happening, like all this mystical stuff. Like, it was actually fun to watch, and it was, you know,
Yeah.
if you watch Moon Knight, you know.
Yeah, that series was really good. All the episodes flowed together. It didn't get dull in the middle or anything like that. I just wanted to keep on watching that. Can't wait till the second one comes out.
Yeah.
But
I mean, did you guys like Punisher, Iron Fist, and Luke Cage, and like those?
I enjoyed him. I
No,
enjoyed what?
No, I was gonna say the scene that sold it the most for me was when it came to Moon Knight, was when he went to the village and he just kept blacking out and everyone was like would be dead around him.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Like those camera cuts were I laughed so hard that entire scene, all the way from the truck driving down the mountain and everything.
I liked the part whenever he was like getting his ass kicked, whenever he was like, what's his name? Like the smart guy in like the old white suit, whatever, and he's just getting his ass kicked, and the girl's like, what the fuck?
Mhm.
He's like, I got this.
You like that ending?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you understand the ending?
No? Is there like some?
There's a third personality in them. Yeah, so there's a third personality and he's a sociopath billionaire. Yeah.
So, I
That's
thought
what-
it's another person.
Nope, that was him. That did the pew pew at the end on the guy. Because, yeah, it's a whole thing. In the comics, it's hilarious because, like, he's such a sociopath that, like, he's rich as fuck, but he purposely lets his other two personalities live in poverty. Just because he finds it amusing. And he's, likes to murder people. So. Oh, there were some things.
Another season?
I don't know if they'll ever do another one or not, but I know that like the show was good, but there was a lot of questions I had about it. Like, why was this one god able to overpower all the other ones all at once?
Yeah.
Like when they just walked in that room and the guy was like, okay, pew 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 pew, and all their, like every single god that was in there just got wrecked. And it's like, what? How? Like, okay. There were some like story problems, but it was just such an entertaining thing that I could look past it. That's the funny part about like a lot of people think that like shows have to have like the most deep writing ever. It's like, no, really, as long as it's entertaining, people will look past a lot of shit as long as they can be entertained by it. But what were you saying?
Like, I was asking Payne what, like, for like the more hand-to-hand combat shows, like what you guys liked about it, because it's just not my type of.
Well, besides just seeing cool fighting, I mean, cause like I like Batman, and he does a lot of that. But it's just interesting stories, like especially in like Daredevil, cause you have, what's his face, in the back, like Kingpin is just pulling all these strings.
Yeah.
Which
I
how
like
far
that.
did you get in Daredevil?
Like episode 5 or 6.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a slow start, but like Daredevil picks up a lot and has a lot of like mystery behind it.
And if you like kung fu stuff.
Yeah, if you like kung fu. Now, as for like your hatred towards like all the other ones, like yeah, there's a reason those shows never really made it past like what, one season. Most of them were 2 seasons.
Every
I
show
just
got
love
every show got 2 seasons. Jessica Jones, I think, and Daredevil got 3.
Yeah, I don't know why the fuck Jessica Jones got 3, but hey, whatever. Those shows just really were not that good to me. I didn't like the way they
Iron
portrayed.
Fist-
I didn't like the way they portrayed Iron Fist.
Yeah, I think Iron Fist had a lot of potential, but I just kind of like I couldn't. I was only watching it because you were gonna talk about it. Like it wasn't something I wanted to watch after a while. And I don't really remember half of it because I was trying to like be like, all right, this is happening, and I was like, interesting.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know this. But I like Daredevil. Daredevil was really good to me, especially like the later seasons.
Well, season 3, I think that's in a whole. Season 3 was the best Netflix Marvel.
Well, I also just
Season.
brought in other
Punisher
aspects.
season 3.
They brought in other like
Or not Punisher, Daredevil season 3.
Like it was cool to see Punisher come into Daredevil.
Yeah.
He was really
Isn't
cool.
there another like series that all three of them is gonna be in it, or is it already out?
That was already out. It was,
That was the Defenders,
yeah,
which
the
really
Defenders.
did really bad.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be like this epic group up like the Avengers, but it just
Yeah. Now, I
the
will
story
say,
just wasn't really there.
and we might have to wait to do this comparison later when Alex had time to watch them. But, Pang, how do you feel about the Netflix like Marvel shows versus like the CW DC shows?
Oh, the Arrowverse, because
Yeah.
so the Arrowverse came out in 2012,
Mm-hmm.
and then the first Daredevil came out in 2015,
Mm-hmm.
which I enjoyed the Arrowverse and I enjoy Flash and stuff like that, but it is that those shows are really family friendly. Let's watch a superhero show,
Uh-huh.
you know, where you sit there and it's just really, you know, it's just that low key, like, family show type thing where there's a team, they help each other out, and that's how they beat the bad guy. And then there's a new bad guy and stuff like that, where the Daredevil shows is very dark and stuff, and there's the bad guy. It's not a different bad guy, every 3 episodes. It's usually
Kind of like
Daredevil, is fighting Kingpin this season.
Mhm.
How is he gonna defeat Kingpin? Not
Yeah.
like how there's like those Flash shows. There's like they're little bad guys they beat every single week, but then there's that main bad guy for the season finale.
Well, you can also
So-
tell they're much more meant for comedy.
Yeah.
Especially when you got to the they made a mockery of a lot of the characters in it, but the what's it called? Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah, that's a goofy show. But I mean, the Arrow was supposed to be a darker type of show too, kind of like a Batman type series, because it was just kind of like Green Arrow, but he's Batman now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean,
So-
that's the other thing is like the Arrowverse. To me, I liked Arrow, but that's just because it's just Batman Arrow, Green Arrow.
Yeah.
It's not how Green Arrow's supposed to be. Green Arrow's supposed to be funny and witty and
Witty and he is the
they bring out.
the rich boy that has toys.
yeah.
But I mean, the Arrowverse, there was a couple. I can't. There was so many seasons that I don't even remember. But the first couple seasons, they were really good. I enjoyed it. But when I sit down and watch those shows, or any of the DC type shows that were made for TV, those were kind of just like, how could I say? I could draw, I could do whatever, and I know what's gonna go on in the show. So it's kind of like garbage food,
Mhm.
Yeah.
where where Daredevil and stuff like that, I enjoyed all those shows. I mean, there was some parts of it where I enjoyed Daredevil, the first one. I mean, I enjoyed Matt Murdock and Foggy and stuff because they had like a dynamic friendship, and you know, Foggy was always trying to take care of him and stuff, and it was pretty funny. Foggy was really, you know, comical. Mm-hmm. And the Kingpin was just such a deep character where, you know, they don't usually explain the bad guys that much. Where they showed his past and they showed how, you know, sensitive the Kingpin was, but they also showed that he could be violent and, you know, how strong he is too. So that's why I love that bad guy.
He was very sensitive when he was smashing that Russian guy's head with the door.
Well, you know,
very sensitive.
But, you know, I mean, he was a more complex character.
Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, we're talking about who can be tanks. Kingpin.
Yeah, Kingpin, definitely. And then the first Jessica Jones, that one was okay to me because I kind of love the mind manipulation type of stuff. Uh-huh. And Kilgrave, he was just such a good bad guy too, where, you know, the Kingpin, you're kind of like, oh, I don't want him to die. I want him to stay in jail. I want him to be a reoccurring thing. Where Kilgrave, I'm kind of glad she killed him at the end.
Yeah.
Because he's such an asshole character. So
it was very satisfactory to kill off.
Yeah, and then,
so
you know.
Would you say Daredevil is your favorite, Spencer?
Yeah, Daredevil is my favorite out of those like Netflix shows. But my favorite overall, like of all like the Marvel shows, would probably at this point still be Moon Knight.
Like live action?
Yeah, live action shows. Don't even start, I mean, animation. I mean, I would go crazy with that one. But...
Oh yeah, well, I mean, this was just the saga of the Netflix, you know, era of superheroes where they did it, and then Hulu did Cloak and Dagger and the Runaways. And then I think FX, they had the Legion, which I thought that was a really good. That if you haven't watched the Legion, that's a really good series too, because that's all about Professor X's son. And so if you like manipulation of the mind and weird like acid type crapola going on, that's another good one to watch.
Have you guys seen The Gifted yet? Like, started watching it?
Oh, that was a TV series show. I think it was supposed to be when the X-Men disappeared.
I started watching it last night, and I was like, this is the type of powers I want. Like, you can't expect it. Like, it's not just fighting hand to hand.
Yeah, I mean, it was an okay show, but I mean, the ending, I think the last season or whatever, it kind of fell off. Mm-hmm. Or the last couple shows, because that didn't get renewed either. Mm-hmm. So I mean, and that's kind of how because I mean, all those shows came out about the same time when the Avengers was kind of coming out, so it was a lot of superhero stuff coming out.
Yeah, it was when Marvel was just starting to get traction with all their stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, and the Shield came out, and that show was, I think 3 seasons of that show was good, and then that show started falling off. So
yeah, it really sucks too, because they were really good job of incorporating the Shield show with their other. I don't know, all the Marvel multiverse did a pretty good job of implementing stuff together till I think it just got too big and they imploded on themselves.
Yeah, and I mean, and that's why I kind of enjoyed all the Netflix stuff, was they were introducing characters. They introduced Punisher in season 2 of Daredevil. They introduced Luke Cage, you know, in Jessica Jones and stuff like that. And so I enjoyed seeing those characters in those shows, and they made their universe, you know, be so impactful where you could tell that that's their universe and stuff, and it didn't seem weird when you saw those characters. And in the universe. Even when they did the Defenders, and they all bumped into each other, because it wasn't really like a team up. It was, okay, well, we're all here and we're all fighting the hand.
Yeah, that was one thing I did notice, that I noticed a lot of the characters that you could tell were from other, from the other series, and I like that fact, like there was connections and stuff, but I don't know.
But I mean, a lot of it, I just don't like how they ended it.
Mhm.
So Luke Cage's in season 2, when they ended it, they just closed the door because he ended up inheriting Harlem. So now he's the crime boss, and they closed the door. So you don't know if he's gonna get corrupted or not, if he's gonna use his thing for good now. But if you know Luke Cage, he's supposed to be the good guy, a good guy.
Yeah.
So I didn't like how they ended that. Jessica Jones's ending was she was gonna leave, and then she hears Kilborn's voice, so she's all, well, I'm not gonna let you control me, so I'm gonna stay here, and stuff. And then Iron Fist was really bad, his ending, because the girl gets the White Fist. She ends up, protecting wherever they were at, somewhere, east, in the East Coast. And they show him, he has Iron Fist, but now he's shooting guns and stuff.
Yeah.
I was just like, what the hell was that supposed to be?
I always find it, I'm like, I knew he had powers, like the whole time I watched it, and I was like, where are they? At the worst possible time. Like, you're trying to prolong this whole effect, and now he has powers when he needs them, but not like to just end this whole fight at the beginning. Like, why?
No.
Don't you
Yeah, I
think?
mean, it was just, they ended all of the series just like,
How did
Okay,
Deadpool
so-
end again? Or not
Huh?
Deadpool. How did Daredevil end again?
Daredevil. Where is it? I think Daredevil. Fisk goes back to jail again, and then Daredevil just, gets back with his group, and his confliction of being Matt Murdock and Daredevil, he's just, it's okay now. He's gonna be a lawyer, and he's just gonna fight crime at night. So it ends up the same for him as any. And then Punisher's the same thing. He just, ends up leaving and stuff, but he has a new take on, life, since he was protecting this girl, and he knows that now he doesn't have to kill everybody, but he still goes on his Punisher way. So I mean, all of them kind of ended like,
It began.
yeah. So, and then you don't see Matt Murdock again till, he was in Spider-Man,
Yeah.
because he was the lawyer for Spider-Man, but that really had nothing to do with Daredevil. That was just Matt Murdock.
Being
And then
Matt-
you see him as Daredevil in
We don't talk about it.
She-Hulk,
We don't talk about it.
which I don't know. I didn't like his, because they used his yellow uniform,
Yeah,
or
yellow
his
suit.
yellow suit.
Look up the yellow suit, Allie. Look it up. Yellow Daredevil suit. Look it up.
Wonderful.
But yeah, and that's when you see him again, and that's when the big talk was, about Daredevil Born Again and all that stuff, which is supposed to be coming out in
What happened at the end of
on
did
March 4th, 2025.
What about Punisher? I don't remember. Did Punisher have a second season?
Yes, that's when Jigsaw, because he messes up that guy's face and everything.
Yeah.
So he ends up fighting him, and then that one guy who's a hired merc or bounty hunter and stuff, tries to kill him and stuff, and then he also fights that one girl who has multiple personalities.
Yeah,
Wait, was that her? Or was that in...
I think so. It's been a while since I watched it.
I think... No, wait, I think the multiple personality one was in...
I just don't remember Punisher having his show being very popular.
The first one was. I mean, that guy who played him, he did a really good job.
Well, obviously the actor portrays him really well, but didn't he also do him in the movie?
No,
No? Okay.
that's a different actor in the movie.
So much going on, so much. Having fun there, Alan? What are you thinking about, Alan?
Toby.
What? Toby?
Toby.
But I don't know, we'll see we'll see what this year has to offer for movies and shows. And be sure to tune in to see all our opinions. See our opinion on it, guys, because we're a very diverse group. Allie doesn't even know half of what it is until she watches it.
Yeah. And
Well, I mean-
I think with them coming out, we'll be like, alright, these first 3 episodes are out, then we can talk more in depth about it instead of trying to cram in a bunch of...
Well, we just have to catch
series.
shows as they come out, like we used to, because
Yeah.
we could do Spider-Man, because there's only 2 episodes out right now. If we watch 3, that's not too bad. And then we just catch the weekly episodes as they come out.
Yeah, I mean, and the Netflix series, that is a huge series. I mean, it was from 2015 all the way till... Jessica Jones in 2019 is when that Netflix series finally wrapped up all their stuff. So you were trying to watch a whole,
Well, I think the only
thing in like a week.
is I think the only reason a lot of those series actually did end, or they didn't continue trying to make them work even, was I think that's when Disney kind of just said no more. I think that's
Well, I mean, I think in the middle, because I think when they were trying to get the contracts out, and then Disney just said, yeah, we're good. That's when they were opening up their own the Disney
Plus.
Channel thing.
Yeah, so
Because I know the Disney Channel wasn't even out yet when Netflix had their streaming thing.
Yeah. Yeah, because Disney Plus didn't come out till I was already working at the jail, so it was after 2017.
Yeah, so and then once Disney Plus came out, that's when Netflix had to stop doing their thing, and then they didn't even have these on on Disney Plus till a while. Yeah, because then now you could have that Disney Plus Adult or whatever.
Yeah, you had to have the adult version and all that. That's when they brought, and then I don't know, a lot happened with Disney in the last couple of years, especially after they bought Fox.
But I mean, it's gonna be pretty interesting. I mean, they own all the stuff now.
Well, everything except Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
Everything.
Well, I mean, and the Spider-Verse is.
Well, what do you mean the Spider-Verse? Are you talking about the Venom-verse?
The Venom movie.
Yeah, well, we don't
The
talk
Venom
about that.
movie wasn't that great.
Well, the whole Venom universe is sucking because Morbius and the other one that just came out, Craven. Yeah, they all suck.
Yeah, that movie wasn't that great either. But I don't know. I mean, for me, in a whole, the Netflix series was a great start to these kind of characters and stuff. I mean, and I think it was the first of its genre of this darker type of characters and shows.
What was that?
So,
Like Green Arrow and The Flash. Like I feel like that was the beginning of these types of series, and then they're trying to amplify it with these ones.
well, I mean, like I was saying, the Green Arrow and Flash and the Superman series. I mean, because even before all this was Smallville, back when I think that was when I was still in high school. But I mean, those shows are good. I mean that opened up this kind of stuff. But like I said, those are more family oriented shows where Daredevil is really dark. It's it's kind of like watching the Batman movie in a series. And probably like the Penguin is now, right?
Yeah, the Penguin's a little bit more, definitely, well, yeah, a lot more like your typical crime drama, mafia stuff. But I know that, what they called, it's just funny though, because like for as much as they try with these live action adult shows, they still just don't really stand up to a lot of the animated shows.
Yeah.
Like the animated shows just have so much more depth and emotion and fun to them, while also having like really tough messages.
Yeah. I mean, I really enjoyed that X-Men 97. I mean, all the characters were really good. I think
Wait, can you think of a single live action show that's better than the old Justice League Unlimited cartoon?
no.
Yeah.
That cartoon was just it. If you want to watch superhero stuff and different superheroes and see all the bad guys in one universe and they just all fit in that universe, that's Justice League.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't beat the Justice League series, back in the day. I mean, it still holds up now when I watch it.
Yeah, and Marvel Earth, I think it's Marvel Avenger.
Oh, Mightiest Heroes?
Yeah, Mightiest
That
Heroes.
Yeah, that one. That's a good series too.
Alrighty, I think we'll go ahead and end it there, though, guys. Be sure to tune in for next week when we talk about Spider-Man and any other fun topics we decide to bring up. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you. Don't forget to go check us out on Monday for Minecraft Mondays, and to catch me and Ali streaming Kingdom 2 Crowns. And follow us on our socials on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, all under Let's Talk Nerd. Bye.
But Instagram's official.
Yes, official.
What they said.
Instagram's official.
Let's Talk Nerd official Instagram.
Bye.